What's up, y'all? Welcome to another successful Sundays. I'm, of course, Coach AJ, Dope Life Coach, the dopest life coach out there. And welcome to Sunday, beginning of a new week. I don't know about y'all. I am so tired. Life savings always messes with me no matter what I do. I just took a nap and woke up, and I'm trying to get past the first day of daylight savings, and I am struggling. Your girl is definitely struggling. But today we're gonna be talking about how we could level up in the next level in our lives because I think that we're at this really like pinnacle point where we're gonna have a new season and new quarter come up by the time we blink. We're already in March, y'all. We're already in March. So we already almost stamped the first 3 months. So I think it's important that we really talk about how we can level up and continue to level up moving forward. So first and foremost, let's just clear out the air, get the good energy going. I'm gonna start by just we're gonna take a deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. In through our nose, out through our mouth. Two more times. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Yeah, let's just clear all that energy, get all that energy nice and cleared out so we can let the good energy seep in and get us ready for the week that we have ahead. So, I want to first kind of talk about how we can level up in a way because I'm going to be give you three shifts that you can use to do so. But for a moment, I just want to quickly talk about ways that you could reflect on maybe the season you're in now or just for the season that you're entering. So you could write this down. I'm going to put these questions in the comments below in the description after we're done this live. But who is the next level version of me? Again, who is the next level version of me? This is a good journal prompt. I'm going to give you three of them, four of them that you can use. And it's good to get clear of like what does it look like to even be in our next level? Who are we? What are the habits we do? And the next question or journal prompt you could answer is how do they think, act, and show up differently? Based off where you are right now, how do they think, act, and show up differently? The third one is what excuses or fears have been keeping me back from leveling up? Because when we think about leveling up, we think about leveling, taking one step above where we are. So think about and picture a staircase and you just constantly leveling up. Now, you don't got to run up the staircase because you could fall down. So it's just talking about taking 1% a day, how you can do that. So, yeah, what excuses and fears are holding you back that keeping you from leveling up? And last question, what's one thing I commit to doing differently this week to step up, to step into my next level? Again, what's one thing I commit to doing differently this week to step into my next level? So, something to think about as we go into what leveling up really is. I'm going to give you some examples and then we're going to work through how you could do it and give you three shifts that you can make just this week alone that you could level up for yourself into self improvement, personal development, and step up even further than where you are. So, first and foremost, what does it even mean to actually level up? I want you to think about it. What does it mean to you to actually level up? Because your next level is not just about the success that you are trying to go after. It's really much about alignment. And when I think about alignment, I think about like puzzle pieces coming together and fitting. I think about someone reaching out their hand to you and you grabbing it. And I think about you getting to your, or it could be some like your future self reaching out to you, grabbing your hand and bringing you to your highest and true self. And when I think about leveling up, I think about just going after everything that I want. You know what I mean? Going after everything that I want, taking my time, achieving all of my goals, and surpassing even maybe where I thought I should just stay and be, but even going higher and going at the pace that I need to go at. And when you think about leveling up to the next level, it may seem scary. So you have that fear that come in, right? But I want you to ask yourself this. If you were already living your dream life like right now, how would you think, act, and make decisions? Probably very differently, right? Probably very, very differently. You'd be so much more intentional with the decisions that you make. You'd be more of a strategy thought process of how you're going to take that next step so that you could succeed into that part of your life. And some of the signs that come up when you're terrified of leveling up is that you feel stuck and unexpired. You feel like you've gotten yourself in like sinking stand and you can't get out. You're not really feeling of a desire anymore, but you fear or old habits are holding you back. Like you're aware of the habits that are holding you back. You're aware of the things that you need to change, but you fear of the change that you could take because of what and how it could change your entire world. You're craving new challenges and growth and opportunities, but you're also terrified of what it will release you from. That's a big one right there. Leveling up, you can't take everybody in every environment with you and every habit with you. So yeah, there's going to be parts of you that you have to release. There's going to be parts of your life that you have to just completely let go of. So here are the three shifts. Here are the three shifts. We're going to get right into what the three shifts are. The first one is shift your mindset. Think of your future self. I do this all the time. And everything I do, I think of my future self. Would our future self be proud of me if I did X? Replace the fear based thought process with thinking of everything is possible. When we think of impossible, that is completely impossible, the word itself. In that word, it's I'm possible. It's changing your vocabulary throughout it. Instead of thinking, I don't know how, say, oh, I'll figure it out. Or this is going to be so difficult. Yeah, I'll figure it out. When you switch your vocabulary, how you say things, when you switch how you think, and how you even just write out words. Your vocabulary is so important, y'all. And when you start shifting that and you shift your mindset, your whole world opens up more than you could ever think. I want you to think about the negative words that you say holding you in and sinking you down. And you're in the ocean and the negative words are sinking you down. And you're just like this, like trying to keep your head above water. We've all heard of that. Probably maybe you've heard of that when you try to keep your head above water. And then all of a sudden you start thinking differently. Then you start to swim. Someone comes starts helping you to get out. You know, you have floaties around you, getting you out of that ocean so that you can succeed. Think about that. The negative words or vocabulary are holding you down. It's time to free yourself in this season. It's time to release yourself from the negative vocabulary that you're using and embrace what the positive words can have and help you. And I want you to think about this. What's one belief you need to adopt to level up? What's one belief you need to adapt, sorry, to level up? What's one belief? Just one. Just one. Now, the second shift that you need to embrace this week to level up, to reach your next level, is upgrade your surroundings, your environment. Your surroundings, your influence, the people that are around you, they all breathe into like who you are. You know what I mean? Like everything around you is an example of who you are. The people you hang out with, the environment that you're in. So sometimes you gotta ask yourself, and I call this kind of like, how do you like how what's your mental diet saying about you? What are you consuming? Who are you around? And is it if it is it holding you back? Is it feeding you or is it depleting you? It's good to also align your space with your habits and who you're become. So let's say, for example, your main focus to enhance your well-being and you want to meditate more. Start hanging around people that are into that. Let's say not even just meditation. Let's say you just want to hang around people that have better nutrition, better overall just health-wise, well-being, their energy, their vibe, everything about them, it's just, "This is the type of people I wanna be around." Start hanging around with them more. I'm not saying that you gotta completely X the people out that you were hanging out, because I get it, that could be so damn difficult. Because self-care is not the most simplistic thing. It can be hard, but I am gonna say it's important for you to take a step back and reevaluate your environment, for sure. And what's one belief you need to sorry, and what's one thing in your environment that needs to change? What's the one thing in your environment that just needs to completely change? Whether physical, mental, energy, all of it. Like what's one thing you just need to release yourself from? And the third shift, act before you act before you feel ready. So I think a lot of people say just start. We hear that. Just start, just start, just start. And one of the reasons why I think a lot of people say I live by that as well to some degree. I have strategies before I start too. That's just me. But what I think a lot of people do use that just start thought process is because of the fact that you need to stop overthinking and just make it work. You need to take action and do what you got to do to become that person in that next level. You can't just wait for the perfect time. You can't just wait. When is the best time? Mm-mm. The best time is when you start thinking about it. This is the best time. So, for example, if you're saying, like, I want to become more confident today, then you just got to work on 1% to aim to that level each day. If you're saying, perhaps, I want to start focusing on myself more, practicing more self-care, which again, I understand all these things are kind of hard because we're unlearning the things that we didn't think was possible for us and we're learning it and saying it is possible for us. So this is the moment where you got to take a massive step back and say, okay, cool. I'm going to aim for 1%. That's why I said, like, what's one thing that you could adapt this week? Just one, not two, not three, just one. Now I'm going to leave you with this. What's in terms of taking action, what's one action you could take this week that aligns with you in your next level? Just one. And if you ever want to figure out a way where you can get an idea of where your future self is at, sit down in a room of complete silence. Do this before you, right when you wake up, or right before you go to sleep. Close your eyes down. Picture yourself at a table with your present self and your future self, and ask them, "Hey, yo, what can I do to get and strive to where you're at?" They will give you the way. They'll give you the gems because subconsciously we already know what we need to do. We just need to take the steps. That's why number three is take the bold, actionable, aligned steps. All right. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of homework. Out of all three, what are you going to focus on this week out of all three steps? And each step, again, I'll go over it for you. The very first one was to shift your mindset. Focus on shifting your mindset. And the question I asked you was, what's one belief you need to adapt to level up? The second shift that you could try this week is your environment, your surroundings, and how it influences where you are. And the question I ask you is, what's one thing in your environment that needs to shift and change? And the last one was taking action, taking bold, actionable, aligned steps. What's one action you can take this week that aligns you with your next level self? So out of all three, pick one and write down three things your next level stuff will do differently. All right. Now I want you to take that action, choose one thing you want to commit to this week, and drop it in the comments of what you're committing to, because we're going to level up this season and we're going to level up to our next level up to our best selves. So, for a quick recap, we went over on how you could step into your next level self, and I gave you three steps that you can try, like three shifts you could try right now. Of course, the first one is mind shift, shifting your mind and your vocabulary, upgrading your environment. All right. And then taking bold and actionable steps, align actionable steps. I gave you a little bit of a challenge. All right. I'm going to type this all into the description below so that you can keep up and give it a shot whenever you were watching this. And share this with people. If they're trying to level up and you have a line, people are trying to do the same thing, share with them as well. And I want you to always remember this. The only thing between you and your next level is decisions and choices that you make to step into it. The question you always have to ask yourself is if you're ready to finally step into it. You've talked about it, you thought about it, you dreamt about it. So now, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, now it's time for you to be about it. All right. I will see you guys on Tuesday when the next Dope Life podcast drops. And as always, y'all, I hope you have a blessed and dope week and walk with peace, walk with love.